Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Motivational Montage. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. You will not need to come back to this video nor to this blog to see if there's any change in the title, because that's exactly what this blog is about. Insert clever title here. And as I read the blog, you're going to understand exactly why I worded it that way. But greetings. No, there will be no need to recheck this blog in the future to see what I've changed the title to. The title is correct, as it's about situations in my life where I haven't a clue about. Yet suddenly, I run into someone who explains it, or see something in reference to it, and now I've got a label for it. Or even those moments where I'm deeply involved with the situation and I come to a solution myself. Even if the title I give it isn't right, I have that much more understanding of it to give it a title. Cool, huh? Can't put a figure on what I'm talking about? Having a clue where I'm coming from? Did I lose you somewhere? Oh, no, I'm sorry. These aren't questions towards you. These are questions that I ask myself that lead me into discovering the labels of whatever it is I'm facing. However, since you had the desire to try to understand my point by thinking those questions were directed towards you, let me bring it to the light. This is going to be fun, I think. Yeah, that's in the blog. It's going to be fun, I think. Yeah. I'm starting to really get some driving done in my life. Slowly, I'm learning how to control my car, keeping it between the lines and fast enough to not hinder the cars behind me, yet slow enough not to bother cars in front of me. To put my finger on the title of this situation is easy. Experience. Watching people interact is quite fun and enjoyable, although a bit uncomfortable at times. From moments of joy and happiness all the way into fear and anger, people interact in various ways, yet there seems to be little interaction with me, nor much from me, in fact. I got a clue on the label of what is missing. Camaraderie. By my age, most people have learned topic A rather well, being involved with situations C through R quite steadily, and perhaps some might even know A through Z in varied amounts. And by the way, that is reference to topic or situation, whatever, various. Some being normal and expected, and others optional. In other words, you don't have to know it all, right? I personally get lost in most of the so-called normal and expected topics. That's due to perspective, another label. Bottom line, there truly isn't any problem here if the entire picture is looked at and not just a particular close-up of each situation. The problem is that it's really hard to look at the entire picture from the point of view of one of the parts of the picture. God is the one painting the picture, and he placed this drip of a human being into this picture right where he wanted. I'm too close to the picture to see it all, yet the Holy Spirit, through him, I can gain a better understanding of what it is I'm looking at if I change my way of thinking. I am here for his reasons. This involves the experience. And I am here to learn his reasons better. This involves the camaraderie. So I might understand how the reasons of his plan work in my life as well as the lives of others. This involves perspective. And then I end the blog with keep looking up. Interesting topic, interesting challenge here. What am I talking about? I have an example that I use a lot in my Bible studies on the internet, and I even use it face-to-face conversations. If I grew up in an environment where all I was ever exposed to was a red apple that's perfectly round, It's got those little leaves coming off the top. You know, it just looks like an apple. That's what an apple is supposed to look like. It's red, and they taste a certain way, and they look a certain way, and it takes a while. And I know these things because that's what I'm used to growing up with. But suddenly, somebody comes up with me, and they set in front of me an apple, and it doesn't look red. It looks green, or it might look yellow, or it might even be a real teeny tiny thing. Who knows? The point being, my perspective was just based on one thing. Now, I've got all these other apples being put in front of my face. I don't recognize them. That one's not ripe yet. It's too small. That one's looking a little bit more green than it really should. Well, that one's yellow, you know. Well, that's red. I mean, that's not even looking right. It's got those little bumps on the bottom. That's not a good looking apple. It's defective, deformed. Labels. This is what it's about. We go through life. You know, if I say to you, I drive a car, many different types of cars come into view. If I tell you I drive a Toyota, many types of Toyotas come into view, but you're not picturing a Ford. You're not picturing a Chevrolet. You're picturing Toyotas in your mind. Okay? I actually got to learn how to mute my phone before I begin these videos. Ha! That's okay. Perspective gives us a point of view. Perception gives us an understanding of that point of view. And if you think I got them backwards, questions, comments, and concerns are available down below. Yeah. Just got to keep it on. Just got to keep trying, paying attention. Ask those questions. Sometimes to yourself. Got to ask the Lord above. Ask each other. Love it when it comes that way. And I love you guys too. Can't do anything about it. Stay blessed, safe, healthy, and frosty. Till next time we get together, keep looking up.